Have you ever felt your own inner tide gently shifting? A subtle pull towards more quiet, more rest, even when the world around you seems to keep rushing? Perhaps you've noticed small changes in your energy, your appetite, or how your body responds day to day, and wondered what they mean. It's a common experience as we journey through our later years. What if listening closely to these quiet signals, these whispers from within, is one of the kindest and wisest things you can do for yourself right now? Today, we're going to talk, heart to heart, about some of these very subtle shifts, gentle signs that might indicate your body is entering a later season of life, perhaps preparing for its final chapter. Please know, my intention isn't to cause alarm or predict anything specific. Life's path is uniquely yours. Instead, this is about fostering gentle awareness, offering understanding, and perhaps helping you embrace these changes with grace and self-compassion. Recognizing these possibilities isn't about focusing on an ending, but about empowering you to listen deeply to your own body, to honor its messages, to prioritize what truly brings you comfort and peace, and to communicate your needs effectively to those who care about you. Let's explore this tender landscape together, with respect and understanding. Knowing about these subtle shifts can be incredibly valuable. Life, especially in its later stages, often unfolds gradually, not always with sudden announcements, but with quiet transitions. When you can recognize these patterns within yourself, it can lessen feelings of uncertainty or frustration. It allows you to make conscious choices about how you spend your precious energy, to perhaps let go of expectations that no longer serve you, and to focus on quality of life, comfort, and meaningful connections. It helps you become an even stronger advocate for your own well-being. It's natural to have many feelings about this, perhaps curiosity, perhaps concern, perhaps even relief in understanding. This conversation is offered as a supportive companion on your journey. So, let's delve deeper into 5 areas where these gentle changes might become more apparent. We'll take our time with each one, exploring the nuances. Remember, your experience is your own, and these are simply possibilities. The first area involves significant, unintentional weight loss and noticeable changes in your appetite. This often starts subtly. Maybe you find yourself leaving more food on your plate than usual, even when it's something you typically enjoy. Perhaps the thought of a large meal feels overwhelming, and you prefer smaller snacks throughout the day. You might notice your belt needs tightening, or your favorite sweater feels looser. Sometimes, friends or family might comment, perhaps with concern, that you seem thinner. You might tell yourself, well, my activity level has decreased, so I don't need as much food, or my taste buds just aren't the same anymore, or even worry that there's something specific wrong with the food itself. These are all very understandable interpretations. However, a sustained decrease in appetite and losing weight without actively trying can sometimes be more than just changing preferences. It can be a sign that your body's fundamental energy needs are decreasing. As we move towards the very end of life's journey, the body naturally begins to conserve its resources. Digesting food requires a significant amount of energy, and your system may be intuitively prioritizing that energy for other essential functions, like breathing, circulation, and simply maintaining basic comfort. It's not a failing on your part, it's a natural physiological shift. This change can, of course, impact how you feel. You might have less physical energy if your caloric intake is lower. Meal times, which perhaps were once central social events, might feel different, potentially leading to feelings of disconnection if others don't understand. You might even feel pressure, spoken or unspoken, from others to eat more, which can add stress. So, how can you approach this with self-compassion? Firstly, listen to your body. Forcing yourself to eat large meals when you have no appetite is unlikely to be helpful and can create discomfort. Instead, focus on quality over quantity. What truly appeals to you, even in small amounts? Perhaps it's a nourishing soup, a piece of fruit, a small bowl of pudding, or a favorite childhood comfort food. Honor those cravings when they arise. Smaller, more frequent offerings might be easier to manage than 3 large meals. Don't underestimate the power of hydration. Sips of water, juice, tea, or broth throughout the day are crucial. Communicate your preferences clearly but gently to caregivers or family. A large plate feels overwhelming right now, but I might enjoy a small bowl of soup later. Or, thank you for cooking. Perhaps I can just have a little taste for now. Frame it around your current capacity, not as a rejection of their efforts. Most importantly, shift the focus from the quantity of food consumed to the quality of the experience. If sitting at the table feels right, enjoy the company, the conversation, the connection, even if you eat very little. Your presence and engagement are valuable. If eating in a quiet space feels better, honor that too. Let go of any guilt associated with not eating enough. Your body knows what it needs, and in this season, its needs might be different. Be kind to yourself about these changes. The second area is experiencing profound, unrelenting fatigue and a noticeable increase in weakness. This is different from the tiredness you might feel after exertion or a poor night's sleep. This is often described as a bone-deep weariness, a lack of energy that persists even after long periods of rest. You might find yourself needing significantly more sleep, perhaps napping frequently during the day, or simply spending long hours resting quietly in bed or a favorite chair. Activities that once brought you joy or were part of your routine, maybe tending to houseplants, pursuing a hobby, visiting with friends, taking a short walk, or even reading the newspaper, might now feel overwhelmingly exhausting, requiring more effort than you feel you have to give. You might observe that simple tasks like getting dressed, taking a shower, or walking to another room require careful planning and pacing, or perhaps assistance. It's very easy to attribute this solely to getting older, or perhaps link it to a specific known health condition. You might even feel frustrated with yourself, thinking, I should be able to do more, or I'm just being lazy today. Family members might encourage you to get up and move, believing activity will boost your energy, sometimes not fully understanding the depth of the fatigue you're experiencing. But this profound level of fatigue can be a significant indicator that your body is operating differently. It's working hard internally, managing essential functions, and there's simply less energy available for external activities. Your body's reserves are being carefully managed. Think of it like a battery that holds less charge than it used to and takes longer to recharge. Pushing yourself beyond your limits often leads to deeper exhaustion afterward, not renewed vigor. How can you navigate this with kindness towards yourself? First and foremost, give yourself permission to rest deeply. Release any guilt or self-criticism about needing more downtime. Your body is communicating a need. Listen respectfully. Learn to pace yourself. Break down tasks into smaller, manageable steps. If you want to read the mail, perhaps just do that, and save tidying the table for later, or ask for help. Prioritize your energy for what matters most to you on any given day. Maybe that's a phone call with a grandchild, listening to a piece of beloved music, or simply sitting by the window feeling the sun. Communicate your energy levels honestly. It's okay to say, I'd love to visit, but I'm feeling very tired today. Perhaps we could have a shorter visit, or talk on the phone instead. Or, I need to rest now, but thank you for the offer. Help your loved ones understand that this fatigue is real and profound, not a matter of willpower. Adapt your environment to support rest and ease. Keep frequently used items within easy reach. Ensure your favorite resting spot is comfortable and perhaps has things you enjoy nearby. Books, music, a view. Find joy in low-energy activities. Perhaps listening to audiobooks, watching documentaries, enjoying gentle music, or simply engaging in quiet contemplation or prayer. Your worth is not defined by your productivity or physical stamina. Embracing rest, conserving your energy, and finding peace in quieter moments is a powerful act of self-care during this season. A third area where you might notice subtle changes is in your thinking processes, perhaps experiencing moments of increased confusion, or finding yourself withdrawing more often into your own inner world. This can manifest in various ways. You might find it harder to track conversations, especially if there's a lot going on or multiple people talking. Remembering recent events, like what you had for breakfast or who visited yesterday, might take more effort. Sometimes names or familiar words might be just on the tip of your tongue but refuse to surface. You might also feel less inclined to engage in social activities that you used to enjoy, preferring quiet solitude or the company of just one or two familiar calm people. It might feel like the effort required to engage socially is simply too much some days. You might find yourself daydreaming more or feeling more content just observing rather than participating. It's common and understandable to worry about these changes, perhaps fearing dementia or feeling frustrated by moments of forgetfulness. You might think, my mind isn't as sharp as it used to be, or feel embarrassed if you lose your train of thought. Sometimes, family members might express concern or try to constantly correct you, which can feel disheartening. While cognitive changes can be linked to specific conditions, a gentle increase in confusion or a tendency towards withdrawal can also be part of the body's natural slowing down process in the final chapter of life. As your physical energy is conserved, less energy might be available for complex cognitive tasks. The brain, like other organs, can be affected by overall systemic changes. Furthermore, withdrawing inward can be an intuitive way of protecting your limited energy, simplifying your focus, reducing overwhelming stimuli, and finding peace in your own thoughts and reflections. It can be a natural turning inward as the external world becomes less central. Navigating these moments requires immense self-compassion. Firstly, be patient with yourself. If you feel confused or forgetful, try not to get upset. It happens. Sometimes a calm, quiet environment can help, reducing background noise or too much simultaneous activity. If you feel the need for quiet time, honor it. It's not antisocial. It's self-preservation and perhaps a necessary part of your process. Communicate your needs simply. You could say, things feel a bit jumbled for me right now. Could we talk about this later? Or, I'm enjoying the quiet today. Perhaps we can visit tomorrow? It's okay to set gentle boundaries to protect your peace. If confusion arises, try simple grounding techniques. Focusing on your breath, looking at a familiar object, or holding something comforting. If interacting, don't feel pressured to keep up with fast-paced conversations. It's okay to listen more than you speak, or to ask people to slow down. Find activities that feel manageable and enjoyable for your mind. Perhaps looking through old photos, listening to familiar music, simple puzzles, or engaging in reminiscence about long-ago memories, which are often clearer. Most importantly, remember that your essence, your history, your worth remain intact regardless of these cognitive shifts. Allow yourself grace. Your inner world is rich and valuable, even if accessing or expressing it feels different now. Fourth, you may become aware that your body seems more susceptible to picking up infections, and that minor injuries like cuts or bruises seem to take much longer to heal. Perhaps you find yourself battling lingering colds, recurring urinary tract infections, or even bouts of pneumonia more frequently than in the past. Maybe a small skin tear from bumping into furniture, which used to heal quickly, now stays red and troublesome for weeks. You might notice bruises appearing more easily and fading more slowly. It's easy to think, I've always been prone to colds, or my skin is just thinner now. These observations are often true, but a noticeable increase in frequency or a significant slowing of the healing process can be another subtle sign. As the body naturally prepares for the end of life, the immune system, which is our body's defense force, may become less robust and efficient. It might not mount as strong a defense against invading germs, making you more vulnerable to infections. Simultaneously, your circulation might be less vigorous than it once was. Good circulation is vital for healing, as it delivers oxygen and essential nutrients to injured tissues and carries away waste products. When circulation slows, this healing process is naturally impaired. So, infections might take hold more easily, and the body's repair mechanisms might work more slowly. This isn't a sign of failure. It's a reflection of the body's shifting priorities and changing capabilities. Dealing with frequent infections or slow-healing wounds can be draining, both physically and emotionally. It can limit your activities and require more medical attention, which can sometimes feel burdensome. What helps is a focus on gentle prevention and compassionate care. Simple measures like frequent, careful hand washing, by you and those around you, can make a difference in preventing the spread of germs. Taking good care of your skin, keeping it clean, dry, and moisturized, can help maintain its integrity and prevent breakdown or tears. If you do get a small cut or scrape, keeping it clean and covered as directed can support the healing process. Pay attention to your body and mention any signs of infection, like fever, increased cough, pain, or redness around a wound, to your caregiver or doctor promptly, as early attention can be beneficial. Drink fluids as recommended to help your system function. Perhaps most importantly, be incredibly kind to yourself when you are unwell or healing. Allow yourself ample rest. Keep warm and comfortable. Accept help with tasks that feel difficult. Don't push yourself to bounce back quickly. Healing takes the time it takes, and your body is doing the best it can with the resources it has. Focus on comfort measures, soft blankets, soothing drinks, pain relief if needed, and the reassurance of a caring presence. Your body deserves gentle handling and support as it navigates these challenges. Finally, the fifth area involves potential changes in your breathing patterns and signs of altered circulation. You might notice, perhaps when you're resting quietly, that your breathing feels different. It might seem shallower than it used to be, or perhaps a bit faster. Sometimes, there might be brief pauses in your breathing, followed by a slightly deeper breath. You might also become more aware of your circulation, noticing that your hands and feet often feel cool or even cold to the touch, even when you're in a warm room. Looking at your skin, particularly on your hands, feet, or knees, you might occasionally see a pale, slightly bluish, or even mottled, lace-like pattern. It's natural to feel a bit anxious if you notice changes in your breathing. You might worry you're not getting enough air, or wonder if something is wrong with your lungs or heart. Feeling cold in your extremities might just seem like a nuisance, something you try to fix with extra socks or blankets. These sensations can be subtle indicators that your respiratory and circulatory systems are adapting. As the body conserves energy towards the end of life, the heart may pump blood with slightly less force, and the lungs may not exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide as efficiently as they once did. This can lead to reduced blood flow to the extremities, causing the coolness and skin color changes, and alterations in the rhythm and depth of your breathing as your body finds a new balance. These changes are often very gradual. How can you approach these sensations with calm and comfort? If you notice your breathing feels different, try not to panic, as anxiety can sometimes make breathing feel more difficult. Focus on slow, calm exhales. Sometimes changing your position can help. Sitting upright, perhaps supported by pillows, might make breathing feel easier than lying flat. If you feel breathless, pacing your activities and resting frequently is important. If you feel cold, focus on staying warm. Wear layers of soft clothing, use warm socks or slippers, and keep cozy blankets nearby. A warm, not hot water bottle or a gentle hand massage from a caregiver might feel soothing. Let your loved ones or caregivers know if you are feeling persistently cold or notice significant changes in your breathing, especially if it's causing you distress. Sometimes simple adjustments or reassurance can help immensely. Creating a peaceful environment, quiet music, low lighting, a calm presence can also help you relax, which often makes breathing feel easier. Remember, these changes are often part of a natural process. Focus on finding comfortable positions, staying warm, and breathing as calmly as possible. Your comfort is the priority. So, these 5 areas, the shifts in appetite and weight, the deep fatigue and weakness, the moments of confusion or withdrawal, the slower healing and increased infections, and the changes in breathing and circulation. These are some of the gentle ways your body might be communicating its journey through this later season of life. Seeing them isn't about focusing on decline, but about recognizing, with wisdom and compassion, the natural unfolding of life's cycle. Acknowledging these possibilities within yourself is an act of profound self-love and acceptance. It allows you to listen more deeply to your body's needs, to adjust your expectations, and to focus your precious energy on what truly matters to you now. Perhaps moments of connection, sources of comfort, feelings of peace, or reflections on a life fully lived. It empowers you to communicate your needs and preferences, ensuring you receive the care and support that feels right for you. Your journey is unique, your feelings are valid, and you deserve to navigate this time with dignity, comfort, and the unwavering knowledge that you are valued and loved. Your presence, your wisdom, your very being, continue to hold immense importance. This is a deeply personal journey, and sharing reflections can sometimes be helpful. If you feel moved to share any thoughts or experiences, please feel free to do so respectfully in the comments below, perhaps creating a space of mutual understanding among those walking similar paths. If this conversation resonated with you and you appreciate discussions focused on navigating life's later chapters with grace and understanding, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. It helps create a supportive community. Thank you for your time, your courage, and your willingness to engage with this tender subject. May you find comfort, peace, and moments of joy in each day. Be incredibly gentle with yourself